because they can't get squatters out of their house.
We told you about homeowners fighting to get their property back after squatters moved in.
They call them squatters' rights. Professional squatter.
Squatters.
Tenants have many protections under the law, which varies from state to state, to shield them from landlord abuse and being taken advantage of during volatile market conditions. However, these protections are a double-edged sword, as we will learn from an incident that happened in California where a man, whose name is Shelton, took things into his own hands to resolve an intrusive squatter situation in the most ingenious and brilliant way. Here's what happened. Shelton's father passed, and while coping with the tragedy, they decided to rent mother's house out to generate some income. Shelton and his mother understood that they have to be very selective in picking a tenant. So when a woman showed up claiming to be a prison guard but had no credit and no money, things didn't add up for Shelton and he rejected her application. And this is when things get interesting. Shortly after Shelton went to the rental property, to his surprise, someone was inside. He confronted the trespasser, ready to swiftly handle this incursion, only to find that it was the prison guard with another person comfortably situated in his mother's property with all their belongings, living as if they own it. Shelton couldn't believe what he just witnessed. He was flabbergasted and infuriated, but did the right thing. He called the police. But as we've learned in the past, the police holds no authority over civil disputes unless by signed court order, and refused to remove the squatter from the property. Removing squatters from one's property can be a lengthy and slow process, spanning months, if not years. Well, for most landlords anyways, but not for a man with a plan. Shelton conceived an ingenious idea which flips the law into his mother's advantage in the most brilliant and unprecedented way. They are squatters and they have rights. Well then, if I become the squatter on the squatter, then I should have rights, right? Armed with a lease agreement identifying himself as the resident of his mother's house, he packed his car full of necessities and creature comforts, including his beloved dog, and made a journey to the property unbeknownst to the squatters. Shelton patiently waited outside of the property for them to leave on some mundane task. When they finally did, Shelton entered the property with his own key, situated his belongings where he saw fit, and began to legally occupy the property with his dog on one side and his personal gun on the other. As the woman returned to what they considered their residence, Shelton was in the process of installing security cameras. He challenged the squatters and gave them an ultimatum: be out by midnight or get all your stuff hauled away. Although they missed the deadline, considering the nightmare scenario which was about to unfold on the squatters, they were gone a few hours later. And that's how Shelton turned the tables through his ingenious approach to squat the squatters and resolve a generally very lengthy legal process without the involvement of the justice system. And I got to say, it's impressive. Reflecting on the experience, Shelton admitted that he derived satisfaction from this successful endeavor. His YouTube video has since inspired others facing similar squatter situations, though he strongly emphasizes the importance of caution and preparation. He discourages individuals from attempting a similar approach without appropriate training, licenses, and readiness to handle potential complications, urging those in similar predicaments to anticipate the worst and be prepared.
A California man flipping the script on some squatters.
Sometimes you need to take matters into your own hands.
This man is on a mission to take back his parents' house.
I just felt like, if they can take a house, I can take a house.